looking at here is a 7-color Heidelberg press. State of the art, the newest one on the continent. So
this is the first one in Canada.
Yeah. So this takes a roll of paper, runs it through the machine, and we pull it to a set length to sheet stock. So it takes it from a roll, converts it to sheets. We then take these sheets and feed them into a printer and print them for our customers' design.
And you, if I can, you purchased in May, and
we took the building middle of May. Where are we now? Middle of July.
And you're expecting, if you can, just rate at me. And,
middle of August we'll be running.
Tell that again, so if you can, like if I can get that right, like that's amazing turnaround.
We purchased the building middle of May. We're now middle of July, and we will start production first week in August and be in full production by middle of August.
Tell me about, again, the employees that you were asking about now that we're on video. Like, tell me about, you're looking for employees?
Yeah, our first set of equipment that we have in place will require us to have about 25 employees to run this facility for the first shift. I would imagine within the first 6 to 8 weeks we'll be ready to run a second shift, so we'll double that number to 50. And then during the course of next year we will add additional equipment, which would probably take us again exponentially to another 25 required, so to 75 by middle of next year and probably 100 by the end of next year.
And again, forgive me about what I said, but this company went from 2 employees to...
2 employees in 2004 with $20,000 income per month. And now we're multi-millions and we currently have about 130 employees.
And it's amazing, the growth, but talk a little bit about how, and we talk a little bit about on audio, but again, it just shows, and it's one of these things that I never knew, but how the COVID helped an industry that never really, I didn't think, but when you thought that, I thought how perfect.
So no one knew what to expect during the COVID era. And we're still in the tail end of that, and hopefully it remains behind us. But the industry was impacted initially. We were all a bit nervous, and we realized very soon that because customers were not able to go to restaurants and eat, there was a demand for takeout packaging. So the entire industry, not just us at Beneco, the entire industry had to absorb that additional load. And basically, if you weren't eating at a restaurant, you were either buying it from a restaurant and taking it away, or you're going to the supermarket and buying the products. Many products come in a folding carton, so the demand lifted, and we haven't seen that drop. So yes, restaurants are back in action now, but the lift of demand on our industry has remained pretty static, and it's continuing. So.
And again, because it was audio, this video, and why Cobourg? And I know we're rushed for time, so forgive me.
Cobourg is the GTA is saturated. Property values are ridiculous. If you wanted to find a facility this size, you'd need to win the lottery, and a big lottery too. So we were able to find this at a reasonable price. It's geographically close enough to large centers to provide labor into this market, this area, and also the support industries that run into this industry, die making, pallet making, ink suppliers, etc., etc. All that industry is close by, so it's an ideal location. Cobourg, we believe, is the future growth area for this company.
This will be as you've shown, this will be a state-of-the-art facility.
It will be all new equipment. Hopefully not all new people. We hope that we bring a bunch of our existing staff with us to help us develop and train the new staff that come in here. And we're hoping to find people from outside of the industry who want to come into this industry, and we can train them and develop them. We have a plan to do that. And we have a number of people that have applied for various positions, and we should start hiring in the next few weeks.
Last question. This business came from Carol buying a chair, or was it her father's chair?
Her first physical investment, her father bought her an office chair at a garage sale for $2. It's quite a nice story. She was the first piece of office equipment that she owned. Prior to that, everything was being done on a top of a pile of pallets. So she was working in a little 6,000 square foot mini factory, and it was jammed to the hilt with equipment. No washroom facilities. They all had to go next door to the old McDonald's restaurant, which was next door, to use the washroom. And it's a classic case of small beginnings and just pushing on to get to where we are today. I spoke to you about the sheets. The sheets go to the printer will print that sheet. Then the sheet goes to the die cutter, the die cutter cuts the individual box, and then the gluer, we fold the box together and send it to the customer. So the principle is a very simple principle.
But it's just volume.
Lots and lots of volume, yeah.
And forgive me, this will be what size? You were saying medium or lower?
No, this we believe we're not in heavy industry. We're in medium industry, but it's I would say right now we're probably the third or fourth largest in central Canada, and by the time we finish, we probably would be about the second. By this time next year, we'll probably be about the second largest in terms of square foot and capacity.
At how many? Because you can do low and, I forget the terminology, but
High and low volume.
yeah.
Yeah, we have an umbrella company that looks after two. Beneco Packaging is a high volume supplier, and Supac is our low volume supplier. So customers that want startup businesses that want small quantities to get going, we will help them with that, and hopefully as they grow, our market grows, and we'll switch them from Supac business into Beneco and grow with them thereafter.
And just let me know how much, when you're talking the volume, when you said from one to the other.
Well, most large folding carton manufacturers don't want to touch anything less than 30, 40, 50,000 cartons per order. We will touch anything, 3, 4, 5,000. And obviously we can handle multi-millions, and we have a number of accounts that are like that. So small is your small startup company, large is established customers that you'll see every day on your supermarket shelves.